Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Tony. Urban Girls Comedy as always. We're doing another episode of Off the Rails. So here out on the lake with about actors and whatnot. Samuel Jackson is the highest grossing actor of all time, which that doesn't surprise me because he's pretty much in every movie. And like, you remember the joke back in the day, and this is like the second time that, well, I feel like we always talk about the 90s when we're together, but like, remember in the 90s it was like 6 steps of Kevin Bacon. Now it's like 2 steps of Samuel Jackson. Yeah. You literally can put him within just about anything, which is awesome. Yep. But then Nick made a comment that he had heard something that, well, we had to verify. So we had to go to the facts. Apparently Samuel Jackson used to have a drug problem.
Yeah. He actually was a crackhead.
Crack, motherfucker! Do you smoke it? That was pretty much the main reason why I wanted to do this, so I could yell, crack, motherfucker! Do you smoke it?
You don't get that chance too often.
So, I am blown away by the fact that Samuel L. Jackson, had a heroin phase, an acid phase, and then cocaine, and then he got to the crack.
And then became the highest grossing actor of all time.
Yeah, then became the highest grossing actor, which, a fun fact that Nick told me was he was 42 when he appeared in Goodfellas. Yeah. Or Goodfellas, sorry, I said that wrong, that's a fine. Goodfellas, in 1990.
He was already 42 and still wasn't a major star. He was just a supporting actor in that movie. Still wasn't the Samuel L. Jackson everybody knows. So there's still hope for you out there, for all you aspiring actors.
As long as you're getting those roles, you never know when it's going to happen. Yeah. I don't suggest doing the drugs.
It might prepare you for a few roles, like...
Yeah. If you're playing, like, Requiem for a Dream 2, All Dreams Matter, something like that. Like, I don't know. Now we got people coming up on the kayaks. They're probably going to be like, what the fuck? So if they come up here, we're just going to start talking to them, and this will be another piece. But, yeah, I was really blown away by the fact that Mr. Jackson did the drugs. But then when you think about it, you're like, it makes perfect sense. Yeah. Like,
it prepared him for the roles that he played, because he played in Goodfellas, in Do the Right Thing, the Spike Lee movie. That was one of his early movies, so...
Did he do drugs in Pulp Fiction? Did his character do drugs?
Can't remember.
I wish I could remember if it was 94 or 95 that Pulp Fiction came out, but that was the same year that Jurassic Park and The English Patient came out. Yeah. And there was one other really good movie that came out that same year, but now I can't remember it.
Probably Schindler's List, maybe? That might have been later. I don't know.
It was around that time.
A lot of box office hits of 94.
I mean, that was a golden year. Hit the pedal. We don't want to run anything. But no, so like... And then the fact that Samuel Jackson didn't show up late, he was on time. Yeah. He performed. I mean, that's very fucking impressive. But he is not only the highest grossing actor, he is just the highest. So, I don't know. I mean...
Just random thoughts for the day.
Do you think that he and Robert Downey Jr. exchanged drug stories on the set of The Avengers?
Ooh. 2 of the more prominent former drug users.
Robert, man.
2 of the more successful Hollywood actors right now.
Can you think of a better redemption story in Hollywood than Robert Downey Jr.?
That's a tough one to beat.
Like,
there's been plenty of people to go down that path, but very few come out
being Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Like, very few get to be Iron Man.
Very few get like $50 million a film.
Yeah, so that's... Maybe you should do drugs. I don't know, man.
Yeah, we're not saying you should or shouldn't. We're on the fence, actually.
Now, at this point, I guess it just depends on the drugs.
It's all about moderation, people.
If you can moderate and still be successful, I mean, fuck it.
Yeah.
How many people go home after work and drink? Like, just think about all the 8 to 5, 9 to 6 people who go home and just drink a few beers or go to the bars or whatever. That's moderation.
Yeah.
You know, a bump or two here or there.
You got to eat food every day, but you don't need to eat an entire pack of Oreos.
Exactly.
It's moderation. Have like 5 after dinner or something.
Treat yourself. No, that's a very good point. I don't know. Maybe some speed when you're having a tough day. I don't know. Just make sure your place of employment doesn't do random drug tests, and I think you'll be okay.
Disclaimer, make sure you can pass the drug test if you need to.
Yeah. So who's the... Lance Armstrong was passing drug tests all the time. Now we're going to jump into sports here. But, like, Lance Armstrong passed all them drug tests.
Yeah.
A-Rod for a while.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's doable.
Look at all their awards.
Look at all their awards.
And their titles. Drugs are not as bad as people are telling you.
Just depends on the drugs and the composition of the person.
Not sure if that was the point of this whole episode, but that's what has happened.
Oh god, that was fucking great. Someone's gonna be listening like, and they're probably doing smack right now. Well, I don't know exactly what drug smack is, so fuck you. All right,
Jokes
guys.
on you guys.
Well, we're gonna stop before we admit to the half pound of Colombian Bam Bam that we got here on the boat. You guys keep it real. Thank you so much for listening. As always, Off the Rails, Urban Girl Scout Media, having a hard time finding the mouse because of the sun. Peace.